What's this? Whole morning shopping and no bags?
I don't see anything I like, that's all.
Are you feeling all right? Let me take your temperature.
I'm fine.
What's wrong?
Nothing, I'm fine.
Fee, what's the matter?
Too many people in town.
You've got a lot to make up for, Mal.
It's a shame you won't be with us in London for the celebrations. I'm told that the centre is an incredibly beautiful building.
I'm afraid our Foreign Office is a bit of a miser when it comes to travel allowances. Still, I'll make sure I see it on my next trip home.
Inshallah. I look forward to meeting your colleagues while I'm there. There is so much to discuss.
Have a safe trip. Ali?
Mr. Ambassador.
Came in from Spooks. It's from our ambassador in Damascus. He thinks he's found a possible way into the regime's inner circle.
And they say diplomacy doesn't work anymore.
Harry, I think this could be the breakthrough we've been waiting for.
Who made the first move?
Their foreign minister, Riyad Barzali. Actually, he's on his way over to London for the opening of their new cultural centre.
Excellent.
Harry, I want this.
I still think it's a bad idea.
It's not every day the Foreign Minister of Syria says he wants to have a quiet chat.
We're not even sure that's the case.
The Foreign Office seem to think so. Come on, Wes, bedtime.
2 more minutes, please.
All right, 2 minutes.
There are 100 other ways we could have done this, none of which would have required your presence.
I know these people.
I was there too, remember?
I know their way of thinking more intimately. Besides, they'll be less suspicious of a woman.
I don't get this. We spent the last 10 years trying to avoid your being exposed to anything even remotely connected to the Syrian government, and here you are plunging headfirst into the biggest gathering of Syrian diplomats this city's ever seen.
Adam, we've been through the guest list a dozen times. There isn't a single name on there I recognise. No one there's going to know me. And even if they do, so what? My ex-husband turned out to be an Israeli spy, not me. I left the country a disgraced widow. No one's going to bear me a grudge.
That's if anyone still buys that little fairy tale.
It's been hanging over us long enough, don't you think?
What do you mean? What's the matter? You've been acting weird for weeks.
I'm just tired of continually living a lie.
So, have you got a visual on Fiona yet?
Not yet, no.
In medieval history, all the Crusader castles.
Joe?
Got her 3 o'clock. She's about to make contact.
Okay, everyone. Eyes and ears on Fiona. Anyone even looks like they've recognised her, I want to know about it.
Mr. Barzali, a pleasure to meet you. Ambassador Wright speaks so highly of you.
Well, the ambassador is too kind.
If you have any time to spare at all during your visit, I'd love the chance to tell you about my PR company. We've been doing some great work for the Saudi government. Ambassador Wright thinks we'd have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure we can arrange something.
أنا في لندن لافتتاح المركز الجديد. ما راح تصدق مين قدامي هلا.
Barzali's just called. He wants to set up a meeting at the embassy to discuss ways of using Fiona's PR talents.
They need it. What do we know about him?
Riyad Barzali, 54, married, 3 children. He's a follower. He toes the party line, keeps his head down and does what he's told in return for a prestigious position and a comfortable life.
So we're saying the man's not one to ruffle feathers?
Until now.
So why all the cloak and dagger routine? Why doesn't he just set up a meeting and tell us what's on his mind? He's got diplomatic status.
You obviously haven't met Ali.
Ali.
Barzali's secret service minder.
The Syrian government have a notorious intelligence service, the Mukhabarat. Think KGB on steroids.
Barzali practically can't brush his teeth without his minder around.
And one wrong word can get you into serious trouble out there.
So we have a foreign minister who seems intent on...
I'd say he wants to talk.
But we have no idea what he wants to talk about?
We've been trying to make inroads into that government for years with no success. If we can establish a relationship with an insider, it's definitely worth pursuing. Although...
What?
Well, I'd take everything he has to say with a bucket full of salt.
We've still got to hear him out.
Yeah, but given what Adam says, do we trust him?
The Foreign Office think it's worth a shot, and they want us to make it happen. Ideally, without getting Mr. Barzali summoned back home for an extended session with the red-hot poker. You're willing to take this further?
I've already established contact. It was stupid to waste that. Besides, it could make them suspicious.
Adam.
Fiona's legend's fully backstopped. She'll be wired at all times. We'll take all the necessary precautions. But I don't want you going in there alone. Take Jo with you. She'll dilute your presence. Take the focus off you.
You ready for this?
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
How long do I have to get through this?
We're seeing him tomorrow morning.
Here I was thinking I was done with homework in this lifetime.
Difference is now you're getting paid for it.
Okay.
Ruth, I'd like to keep an eye on all Syrians coming through passport control.
We looking for anyone in particular?
Well, if I'm going to bump into someone who knows me from the old days while I'm at their embassy, I'd rather be prepared.
You sure it's a good idea? You being there, that close to them?
I've spent more time around these people than anyone here. I know how they think. So, you'll get the live updates from immigration?
Yeah, I'll set it up.
With passport captures?
Sure.
ما بتكهلك إذا مني مؤكد أم بقول لك إنها هي صورتها قدامي أكيد معي هون هلا سوف أهتم بهذا.
Are you sure you remember how to use one of these?
It's just to keep Adam happy. You know, this could be a bit cumbersome. Do you think I could also have something more discreet?
It's got cupro-nickel hollow point bullets for maximum effect.
It's not the most accurate gun on the planet, I know.
Can I interest you in anything else?
Actually, I could use one of those little trackers if it isn't too much trouble.
Turn around. I'll put it here for now, but make sure you hide it properly later. You know you can always swallow it. If it's compromised, it'll still work.
Yummy. Thanks, Mark.
Present for you, Vanessa.
Not sure really suit Vanessa.
Oh, it's not that bad. It was a Hamish on one particularly memorable occasion.
And you got away with it.
It's all down to the delivery. Make sure you know all this stuff inside out. It saved my life once.
You don't need to stay there. We'll make sure they only see what we want them to see.
I don't want to take any chances. My legend needs to be fully backstopped.
Besides, it's good to spend a few nights apart. Makes it all the more fun when we're back together. Tell Wes I'll call him from there. It'll be over before you know it.
What's the matter? What happened?
After you left, they came for us. They were looking for you.
We need to move away from this ridiculous axis of evil label the Americans seem obsessed with.
Despite the fact that you signed up for Desert Storm.
At great political risk, I might add. Our people weren't happy to see Syrian troops fighting side by side with Marines and killing other Arabs.
We'll flesh out some ideas for you and put together a pitch document. Give us 3 days.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Oh, we'd love to take you out for a nice meal while you're in town. Lunch perhaps tomorrow?
It would be a pleasure. Bashir, this is Emma Stratstone. She might be doing some PR work for us. Mr. Shaloub is also here for the opening.
Setting up a cultural center was a great idea. We can build on that.
Most people don't know anything about Syria. Have you ever been there?
Not yet.
It's a beautiful country.
I'm sure you're right, but I'm way too busy to even think of going anywhere in the foreseeable future. Lunch tomorrow, then. Thank you.
You okay? Let me drive.
No. It's fine.
Is it something you can talk about? If we're going to do this together, I need to know what's going on. You've been there, haven't you?
I lived there. I was married to a Syrian intelligence officer.
How did that happen?
I was young and stupid. I studied Arab literature at college. Ended up living in Beirut, working in a hotel. It was great. I met him in a nightclub there. I got completely wrapped up in his aura. He had real charm, you know? He had power. We got married 6 months after we met. He wanted me to convert to Islam, which I did. I even changed my name from Amelia, it's my real name, to Amal.
So where did it all go wrong?
He wanted kids. Question of manhood.
And you didn't?
Oh, I wanted children. I just wasn't able to get pregnant. Not with him, anyway. After a year of trying, he lost patience. I was defective. Damaged goods. He moved on.
You can't pretend I'm invisible for the rest of our lives.
Hey! I don't need to explain anything, okay?
I thought my life was over. There was no way out. Divorce was out of the question for Farouk. And he wasn't just going to let me go. And that's when I met Adam. There'd been a string of suicide bombings in Tel Aviv. Syrian intelligence were rumored to be behind it. Adam was shadowing my husband, hoping to turn him and use him to put a stop to it. He thought I'd be his way in. He was very sweet. We fell in love. He told me what my husband was involved in. I was horrified. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. That's when Farouk found out we were seeing each other. Adam almost died because of my stupidity. It's a miracle he survived. He knew he'd never be able to turn Farouk, so he decided to put him out of action, and he framed him. He made it look like Farouk was working for the Israelis.
How did the Syrians take it?
They hanged him. You gonna be ready for this lunch? We can't afford any slip-ups. These people don't mess around.
No, I'll be ready.
Good.
Thank you. I'll see you down there.
You're checking Syrian arrivals?
They're for Fiona.
She asked for them.
After yesterday's meeting. Thought you knew.
No, she didn't mention it.
Her cover's solid.
She could still be recognised.
Even if someone were to recognise her, they've got nothing against her.
They could still put two and two together.
Well, in which case they'd be after you, not her. You were the one who framed him. And besides, as far as they're concerned, you did them a favour. He did turn out to be a Mossad agent, didn't he?
Yeah.
There you go. If anyone should be pissed off at you, it's the Israelis. Cost them a valuable asset.
Do me a favour, take another look at the videos of the opening night party. Make sure there's nothing we missed.
What am I looking for?
I don't know.
Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to the United Kingdom. How long do you intend to stay in the UK?
1 week, maybe a few days more.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if I should order any wine.
Please, Miss Threadstone. In Syria, we live very much like you do here in London. Free to wear what we want and drink what we like.
Well, here's to winning over hearts and minds across the UK.
And his neck.
Looks like we've got ourselves a taster. Malcolm, you getting this?
It's just an old habit. Protocol.
Oh, I thought it was a custom I wasn't aware of. I was about to do the same with Vanessa's glass. Cheers.
They've ordered the same starters and main course as each other. They could be swapping them around all afternoon.
Go to plan B.
Make sure you leave plenty of room for their puddings. They're to die for. Bon appetit.
OK, let's just wait for them to dig in. Go, now.
Mint sauce, you really must try some. You know, we really must make full use of the cultural centre. It's a great PR move. Actually, I was thinking about putting together an exhibit about Syria's Crusader heritage.
As long as we don't have protesters outside hijacking the occasion.
It's not a problem. We just need to make sure the cameras have something more interesting to cover.
Yes. OK, everybody, we are go. Repeat, we are go.
And she said it wasn't that at all. And I thought, well, since I wasn't going to... I'm sorry,
You all right?
What's wrong with him?
Someone call an ambulance.
It's okay, I'll call the embassy's doctor.
For God's sake, he needs help now.
Yes, ambulance.
Sorry, you
I
can't
have
come in
diplomatic
here.
status. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. Let's go.
Yallah.
Barzali's babysitters are on the move.
Fiona, show the boys where you work. I'll call you there. Let's go.
Temperature's 103. Blood pressure 160/110. Pulse 85.
He's pretty knocked off, but it may be because he's dry.
I'm on. So it looks like viral gastritis. There's nothing to worry about at this point. Was he on a plane recently?
We came from Damascus a few days ago.
Well, it's not unusual to catch something like this on a flight. I've got him on an intravenous saline solution for the next 6 hours. We'll keep him in overnight just to make sure we've cleared it. There's no need to stick around. We'll take good care of him.
I'll wait here.
Suit yourself?
What's our status?
Barzali's tucked away in bed. Adam will go in once his mind is out of play.
What about Fiona?
She should be leaving her office in the next 10 minutes. She's still being watched.
Still? We ID'd them yet?
They're low-level employees of the embassy.
Make sure Adam knows they're still out there.
Already done.
Taxi coming in from your right.
Adam, I'm going after her.
I don't need to see where she's staying.
I'm on it. Send Alex in.
Colin?
Alex, you're on.
What's wrong with you, pal? What's wrong with you? You wouldn't use your eyes. Look what you've done.
To tell you about my PR company. Mr. Wright thinks we'd have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure we can arrange something.
Mr. Wright thinks we'd have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure we can arrange something. I'm sure we can arrange something.
Nice. Let's hope Barzali doesn't really catch something in there. I wouldn't bet on it.
Cue Jenny. Give him a smile.
Go on, you know you want one.
I wouldn't mind one right now.
I know what you mean.
He's going for it. Malcolm. How long have we got?
She'll kick in about 5 minutes, then you've got at least half an hour.
Good job. We haven't got long.
What did you do to me?
It's a little magic potion we came up with. It simulates gastric infection. You won't know you had it by morning.
They'll run checks on me when I get back, you know?
And they'll find minute traces of the virus, which is what they'd find if you'd really caught it. You said you wanted to talk. We don't have much time.
We don't want to see our country blown to bits like Iraq.
That's easily taken care of. Stop backing the insurgents and hold some real elections for a change.
The parallels between us and Iraq are frightening, but it doesn't seem to bother the Ba'athist hardliners who are running the country. They're going to drag us into a dreadful situation. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. But no one dares to speak.
What do you want us to do?
I want you to help me get rid of the current regime and replace it with a real government, not a Soviet-era dictatorship. A government for the people, but one that can keep the mullahs at bay.
Help you? How?
By eliminating the head of the intelligence service. People are terrified of him. Unless he's out of the picture, nothing will change.
You want us to help you kill General Al-Bushaki?
No. I want to help you do it. For us.
We're talking about sanctioning the assassination of a foreign government official.
Well, hardly a legitimate government. Besides, you've seen his file. The man's psychotic, and that's just the stuff we know about.
It's a non-starter. It'll be virtually impossible for Barzali to get this off the ground without them finding out.
That's why he needs us. Barzali needs the chaos to make his move in.
It's a slippery slope.
I don't like it any more than you do, Harry. But in doing this, we could help them turn into a democracy without having to go through the mess like in Iraq.
We'll probably end up with just another dictator. It's been their MO for 50 years.
Well, if that happens, at least he's a dictator we've got a hold on. The odds are he'll be discovered and quartered within the week, but on the off chance that he manages to stay alive...
What does Six feel about it?
Well, they'll do what we ask them to.
So we are going ahead with it?
Well, subject to the all clear from upstairs. And a small caveat. We need him to do something for us, a gesture of goodwill.
And a little leverage, just in case.
I can't believe we're even considering doing this.
In their thinking, the potential benefits could outweigh the moral concerns.
Forget about the moral concerns. All right, we could be doing the Syrian people a huge favour, but it could also plunge the country into a bloody mess. And taking out an intelligence operative. And that crosses the line. If they find out it was us, and they will find out, it'll be open season on our people. We'll be putting all our agents out there at risk.
We're on. What?
This is going to end up just like Iraq. We keep doing this. We keep getting sucked into these foreign nightmares. And for what? Our job is to protect our country. How is overthrowing the regime going to help the people out there sleep any better?
Well, maybe it's better to take a risk than do nothing at all. You've got a patient to discharge.
Right, we'll take one last blood pressure reading and then you're free to go.
Excuse me, sir. May I ask how you'll be paying the bill?
Ali will see to it.
Thank you. This way.
We can do business, but we need something from you first to convince everyone you can deliver.
What is it?
Iraqi insurgents have been going back and forth across your border like it wasn't even there, bringing back money and weapons which they're using to kill British troops. We need crossing points, smuggling routes, timings to help us shut them down. You've got a meeting planned with Emma. Give her the information and we're on. Okay. Take it easy for a couple of days and drink lots of water.
كيف حالك؟
كويس.
You see that? Right there. Can't make out what he's saying, there's too much noise. But then he's not that far from Jo, and she was wired.
Her mic might have picked up something.
Exactly. At least we'd have audio.
I'll try and isolate it.
سلام. ما هذا علي نكون؟
From immigration.
Well, not since this morning's lot. Are you okay?
Emma Stratstone. Mr. Barzali. The presentations have been confirmed for tomorrow afternoon at Barzali's hotel. He's booked a meeting room there.
The boffins in research came up with these proposals for your pitch.
It should be easy for him to justify his time with you. There'll be a team waiting outside the hotel. Any sign that he's been rumbled, get out of there.
He'll be fine.
They knew we were friends. They wanted to know where you were, but we didn't know. We didn't know.
What did they do to you? Oh, my God. What about Lena?
She couldn't live with the shame. She jumped off her balcony, killed herself.
What's wrong?
Why don't you open the door and find out?
What are you doing here?
Conjugal visit.
You can't stay.
Well, no one saw me.
You have to leave now.
What are you doing with that?
You have to go. The point of my being here is so you can't be spotted, remember?
We've got this place covered. Nobody followed you here.
If I'm here, it means there's a risk.
But you're the one who insisted on staying here. What's going on? And you've got Ruth feeding you immigration records. You're requisitioning guns without telling me.
I'm worried about you, not me, all right?
Me?
I almost got you killed once before. I'm not going to let that happen again. Go.
This ends tomorrow. You get the information from him and then you're done.
Fine. Now, would you please get the hell out of here? That's the right things we'd have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure we can arrange something. روشمال
ولا تصدق من قدامي
روشمال
ولا تصدق من قدامي هلا
To go back into the lobby, go somewhere out of sight. Wait 5 minutes, call me. If I don't pick up, red flash out at him.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I need you to do this.
No, I can't let you go in there alone. That's not the plan.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. Just trust me on this.
I can't.
Look, they know who I am. All right, they recognise me at the party.
At the party?
I wanted them to know it was me.
What?
I can't explain it right now. If anything goes wrong in there, I'd rather have you out here calling in the cavalry. Now, just go.
You're alone?
Vanessa had something urgent to take care of at the office. I hope it's not a problem.
This way.
It's the best I can do.
Guess who I'm looking at right now?
What?
It's a colloquialism. The lost lamb. It's used when someone goes missing.
Where's Mr. Barzali?
Just come in.
Drop it. On your knees.
He recognised her and called someone about it. I'm sure of it.
Do we know who he is?
His name's Bashir Shalou.
What?
He's related to Fiona's ex-husband.
Related to him? How?
He's Farouk's cousin.
Joe?
I don't know what to do. I think I've screwed up.
Whoa, slow down. What do you mean?
She wouldn't let me go in with her. Something's wrong, I know it.
She went in alone.
Joe, what's going on? Where's Fiona? Fiona's line's gone dead. Red flash the team outside the hotel. Joe, stay right where you are. I'm sending the team in. Was Shaloub's name on the guest list?
Yes, he's part of the group that flew over for the opening. Fiona saw that list, Adam. She knew he'd be there.
Colin, can you find out who he was calling?
GCHQ running a back trace.
She's wearing a tracker.
What?
She asked for one. I thought you knew.
Run it. Keep me posted. Zap, let's go.
She's heading northwest.
Harry Pierce, get me armed response.
I think they're on Grosvenor Road now, heading directly west.
What was she thinking?
I don't know.
Adam, they just found Barzali's body. It's not pretty.
Adam, she's just turned off Malvern Road. She's slowing down. She stopped.
يلا اخرجي. Change into these. Now. You can do it yourself, or we can do it for you. Everything.
We've got armed response teams converging on them.
Make sure they know she's with us.
Faster. أيوة. معي هلا. حاضرين. واقفة قدامي. طيب. خلاص. خلاص.
Talk to me, Ruth. Talk to me!
She's still there. You're 5 blocks away.
يلا.
Was it who did this to you? Who do you think? It's Farouk Aman. What? He was never hanged.
Stop.
You're coming right up to it. 100 yards. 50.
Adam.
فكرتك بتكون غيرت وشك.
كنت اشتقت له كتير.
Ruth, find me Shaloub.
Okay, let me see if I can...
Adam, no. We're talking about an embassy. There are protocols.
Screw the protocols, Harry. This is Fiona.
We're initiating an all-ports alert.
Harry, you know what these people are capable of. They don't need to leave the country to hurt her. They can do it anywhere. Come on, Harry!
Okay, he's booked on a flight out of Heathrow in 3 hours. We think he's still at the embassy.
Lena. Romana. Why'd you have to come after them like that?
I wanted to find you.
Lena killed herself because of what your men did to her.
She wasn't as strong as you've turned out to be. I'm impressed. Working for MI5, helping traitors.
Barzali wasn't a traitor. He wanted to save your country.
Barzali wanted to save his pride. The head of the Mukbarat he wanted you to kill. He's been humping Barzali's wife for over a year. That coward just wants you to do his dirty work. You still have so much to learn about our part of the world.
That's him. Where's my wife? Where's my wife? I'm a diplomat! Where is she? I'm a diplomat! Where's my wife?
GCHQ finally managed to track down Shaloub's phone call from the party. He called someone in Damascus.
Do we know who he was talking to?
No, they're running the voice through the database. But I just ran a trace on the number. Whoever he called is now here, in the UK.
Where?
The phone sends out positioning signals every 10 minutes. The last one I got was in Forest Gate.
Near Ilford. He's with them. When's the next log?
Just over 6 minutes.
Where's my wife? Adam! I'll snap your neck right here, so help me. Too late. Where is she? Where is she? Adam! Go! I'll deal with it. Harry, they got in without being flagged. They must be using a small airport, somewhere that can handle private jets. Shaloub reckons they've already left. My guess is they'll be flying her out the same way they came in.
Colin, where's that lock? Here it comes. Okay, we've got him close to Brentwood, heading west.
It's got to be Willsborough.
Adam?
كان هون صاحبنا هو جوزها عم بفتش عليها.
Ashin, you've got a lot to make up for, Amal. tried to live in hiding for 10 years because of you and your husband. Is bigamy allowed in England now?
They know I'm here. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Just let me worry about that. You should be more concerned about your own future and your husband's. Once we're back in Syria, I'll keep you somewhere safe. I'll come visit you whenever I feel like. And we'll have fun. We'll send your dear husband pictures of our little encounters. How long do you think it'll take before he comes to Damascus to find you?
I want all flights locked down right now. What do you mean you can't do it?
We've got a match on the voice.
Let's take a look at him.
Behave. Understand? Take the car, keep an eye on the gates. If you see anyone suspicious, don't do anything, just call me, okay?
We can't leave. There's a security alert. We have to have the plane checked by immigration. They're sending someone over. It shouldn't take long.
We don't have time for this. Take her, put her in there, and keep her quiet. Yalla!
We're mobilizing everyone we've got nearby. They'll meet you.
Adam, there are 7 private jets booked to fly out of there this evening. One of them's got 3 Q80 diplomats on it.
That's got to be it. They must be using fake diplomatic passports. Just give me directions to the private jets compound.
Adam, GCHQ just got a hit on the voice Shaloub was talking to. You're not going to like it.
ما بدي أسمع منك ولا نفس.
He was a double agent all along, working for the Syrians.
She knew he was still alive. I don't know how she found out, but she didn't want to spend the rest of her life worrying about when he'd find her and what he'd do.
So why didn't she tell you?
She knew I'd go after him myself.
Go to the plane, get the first aid kit.
I'll never make it to Damascus like this. We'll have nothing to use against Adam.
I need an ambulance to hangar 217 right now.
I had to do it.
Shh, it's okay. Just hang on. Just hang on.
I couldn't tell you.
I know.
He almost killed you once because of me. I couldn't risk that again.
I know, darling, I know. Shh.
keep Wes safe. Promise me you will.
Don't.
Promise me.
Don't.